Hey folks, Colin here from Sumthins Recording, and today we're going to be doing a review and plug-in demo of the Presonus VT1 tube channel strip. We're going to be doing a little plug-in review / demo. We're going to put this VT1 through its paces. It's something I've never really used or explored that much. It's just been sitting in my plugin window over here, and I kind of used it a little bit in one of my other videos, and it piqued my interest, so I want to give it a try here. Put it through its paces on some of these instruments here and see what kind of tones we can get. But before we dive in, if you're ready to go a little bit deeper into the mixing process in its entirety and really start to hone your workflow as an engineer, then I have just the thing for you. It is my 7-step mixing checklist, and it's just a simple PDF that will walk you through the entire mixing process, step by step, to help you get professional and radio-ready mixes without any more of the hassle and without any more of the guesswork. It is a completely free guide, and you can download it below using the link in the video description. So let's jump in here and explore this VT1 a little bit. I'm not sure what I want to try it on first. I definitely want to try it on vocals, maybe on keys or acoustic guitar, definitely on bass, and maybe we'll try kick and snare too. I don't want to just run too long with this video exploring this plugin, but we're going to try it on a couple things here. Let me start by trying it on kick drum here. So I'm going to leave everything, I'm just going to leave the limiter on. I'm going to take everything off here. Well, actually, we'll disable all of these plugins here, and we'll just throw the limiter back in. So we'll just leave the limiter on there, and I'm going to pull in the VT1 here. And let's see what we can get our kick drum to sound like here. So let's kind of go through the settings here and see what we have available to us. We have a high pass filter, so we'll probably end up using that. We'll kick that on. It starts at 18 hertz. That's fine. We have a nice trim here, an input trim. There's a preamp gain, which is really, really nice. We can change the impedance. There's a phase flip. That's awesome to have on a channel strip. Then we have our compressor section here. I'm going to put the EQ before the compressor here. We'll do probably a 3-to-1 ratio is probably where I want to start. I wonder if we can we click up here and type it in? Cool. So we'll do 3-to-1 ratio. We'll put this at 0 dB to start, and we can pull it down as we work. Attack on kick drum, I usually like to do, let's see, can we do like a 30 millisecond attack? Cool. Release, let's start with a 100 millisecond release. So kind of shooting for those SSL style settings. We have an output gain here for our compressor. We have an overall level. Nice, nice. And then we have our EQ here. We're probably going to go all peak here. And then let's set some general points of interest here. Probably want to be around 80 there on the bottom. Definitely want to be like 8K up top, and then probably like 3K here in the middle. And then for here, let's shoot for like 400 maybe, and see where we end up. I usually don't have to do too much cutting here in the mid-range because of what I've done on the way in recording, but it's always nice to have that available to us as well. So we can see gain reduction, we can see meter in, and then we have, of course, our overall level here. Okay, so that's a good start here. Let's see what kind of tones we can get with just this channel strip here. So we'll go EQ first into our compressor. We'll probably start with the high pass filter here. Let's see what we're doing. That's feeling good for me there for the high pass filter. Tightens up the low end a little bit, gets rid of some of that really huge ring. I'm gonna leave the EQ alone for the moment. Let's throw our compressor in now. So that's sitting a little bit slow for me. Let's kick it up to, let's go 20 and let's go 80. And see what we get here. A little bit quicker. Right there is where I'm liking the attack. So let's finish dialing in the compressor. It's a little weird. It's pretty slow reacting, it looks like. And if I crank the attack too high, it gets a little bit too aggressive there. It cuts off our transient. So let's keep going here. Okay, so the compressor's sounding pretty good. Let's get our EQ going here now. Not gonna lie, I really, really like the way that high boost sounds at 8K. That sounded really, really cool. Let's do a little bit here at like 3K and see what we get. Now, I don't know if I want to boost low end into the compressor. I might add an EQ afterwards. Maybe we'll pull in another EQ and add low end afterwards. But let's see what happens if we push in first. That's not bad. I'm gonna try pulling in just a VT1 EQ afterwards and doing that same 80 boost there to see what we get here. So we'll pull in a VT1 EQ here. We're gonna make all of them peaks, and we're just gonna go this low one here. We'll go to that same 80, and we're gonna do just a little boost here, just VT1 EQ afterwards. So I'm not liking that. I'm liking the way it sounds going into the compressor. It's a lot tighter going into the compressor, so let's dial it in. That's feeling really, really good to me. I'm liking the way that sounds. We'll do an A/B here, and we'll move on. I'm interested to try the snare drum. I don't want to get too carried away and try everything here, but we're going to move on. So first reactions here, I really love the way the EQ sounds. The EQ sounds fabulous. The compressor gave me a little bit of trouble because even all the way down at negative 37 dB, it didn't do that much compression. I had to push a lot of input gain in to get the amount of compression I wanted. That's my only complaint there with that, is the compression section, excuse me, was a little wonky in terms of how much reduction it was doing. Other than that, I'm pretty satisfied with that. We're going to move over here now to the snare drum. So we'll do the same thing. We will disable all the plugins. We'll throw our limiter back in. And I'm just going to pull in. Actually, I'm going to pull over the same VT1 and we'll just set our gains back to normal here. We'll set that back. I'm going to leave the attack and release where they are. I'll leave that all the way down. We'll set the trims back to normal and we'll pull our high pass up from where it is. So here's our snare drum. We'll start with our high pass, and then we're going to set our compression just like we do with our kick drum. That's feeling pretty good on our high pass. To me, it seems like the high pass is actually higher than it actually is. It says it's at 42. It seems to me like it's higher than it actually is. I'm not sure. There's not a visual of how everything's working here, but that's what it feels like to my ear. So let's set our compressor here now. It was doing a little bit, but we're still going to have to push a whole bunch, it looks like, to get the amount of compression we want. So let's keep working here. So too much compression on the snare drum isn't sounding very well. It's not taking the input from the snare drum very well on the compressor, probably because of the slower tube compressor. So we'll set it back just a little bit than probably where I normally would with stock compressor. That's feeling really good there, though. I don't feel like I need to speed it up at all. It sounds like it's doing really, really good work there. So we'll move over now to the EQ and start getting our EQ in place here. We're probably going to use these same boosts here. I thought I set the gain back. Again, that 8K boost is just beautiful on this EQ. I'm really digging that. Let's see how the rest of these boosts do. That's feeling really, really good to me. We're doing a little bit, maybe too much compression, but I like how tight it's making the snare drum at the moment. That's just from the slower compression being pushed that hard. I'm loving the way the EQ sounds. I did a little boost down here at like 150, a little boost at 3K, and then we've got a huge boost here at like 8K. That's sounding really, really nice. Let's make sure the level's okay in and out, and you'll hear before and after here as well. That actually sounds really, really good. I'm digging the way that sounded on our kick and snare. Let's put them in here with the rest of our drums and move on over. I really want to try vocals. That's where I want to try at the moment. Yeah, I'm just going to nuke everything for the moment here on our vocals. We'll take the reverb out for the moment as well. I'm going to pull in this. I'm going to put it before everything. That way if I have to put the de-esser back in place, we can do that. We're going to go 4-to-1. We'll go fastest attack, fastest release. The fastest attack and fastest release look very similar to like the standard positions on like an 1176 that you would see used. So we're going to go EQ before compression. We'll go all peak here. I'm going to use that same 8K boost. That was beautiful on everything else. We'll shoot for that same 3K area. This is probably going to have to be around 300 there, I'm assuming. Actually, we'll use our lower one here for like 300.
All it takes to get.
We'll use our lower one here, our lower frequency for like 300 hertz. And then here, we'll maybe go for like 500. So any cuts that we need there, if we need to do any higher boosts, we can do those as well. But that's where I'm going to start. I don't know how much of the boost we're going to need to get the compression right, but we'll see here. Let's start by getting our high pass in place.
One step, and it's much too far. I'll take 2 steps. We're way too close, but take 3 steps. And I'm into your arms. I'll do all it takes to get to your heart. One step, and it's much too far. I'll take 2 steps. We're way too close, but take 3 steps. And I'm into your arms. I'll do all it takes to get to your heart. One step, and it's much too far. I'll take 2 steps. We're way too close, but take 3 steps. And I'm into your arms. I'll do all it takes to get to your heart. One step, and it's much too far. I'll take 2 steps. We're way too close, but take 3 steps. And I'm into your arms. I'll do all it takes to get to your heart. One step, and it's much too far. I'll take 2 steps. We're way too close, but take 3 steps. And I'm into your arms. I'll do all it takes to get to your heart. One step.
Excuse me, I almost didn't turn on my microphone. The compression actually sounds really, really good. And I didn't need to push that much. Maybe it's just because it's a slower compressor, it reacts slower, but I did go fast attack and fastest release too, but that sounded really good there. Let's get our EQ going here. We'll keep working.
And it's much too far. I'll take 2 steps. We're way too close, but take 3 steps. And I'm into your arms. I'll do all it takes to get to your heart. One step, and it's much too far. I'll take 2 steps. We're way too close, but take 3 steps. And I'm into your arms. I'll do all it takes to get to your heart. One step, and it's much too far. I'll take 2 steps. We're way too close, but take 3 steps. And I'm into your arms. I'll do all it takes to get to your heart. One step, and it's much too far. I'll take 2 steps. We're way too close, but take 3 steps. and I'm into your arms. I'll do all it takes to get to your heart. One step, and it's much too far. I'll take 2 steps. We're way too close, but take 3 steps. And I'm into your arms. I'll do all it takes to get to your heart. One step, and it's much too far. I'll take 2 steps. We're way too close, but take 3 steps. And I'm into your arms. I'll do all it takes to get to your heart. One step, and it's much too far. I'll take 2 steps. We're way too close.
I am digging the way that sounds on the vocal. That the EQ is very, very pretty. This nice boost at 8K was superb, and the way it pushes into the compression. I started to cut a little bit in the low mid area, but I realized as I boosted the top end, it balanced out with the low end. The way the compressor held everything in place, very, very pretty, very, very smooth. Let's start trying to set everything back together here in the mix and see where we end up. So we'll start with our kick drum here, add our snare. I like it. I really like the way it sounds. Again, my only gripe is the way the compressor's working on some of this stuff. It doesn't work too well on kick and snare. I don't think, maybe it's not fast enough with the tube reactions in it. A FET compressor might do better on snare, or a stock compressor that can be tweaked to exactly the way you want it with knee and that kind of stuff there. For some reason, when I pull the threshold all the way down at a slower attack, it just doesn't do much compression at all, which is strange. It worked phenomenally well on vocals. That's what I'm going to say. It was perfect for vocals. The EQ section is very, very pretty. The high pass filter's a little strange the way it works. Like I said, it feels like it's higher than it actually says it is. That's a little strange. Sounds good though. And then I like having the preamp gain. I do like being able to push into the preamp of the channel strip like that. And then the different gain options they have available to you are very, very helpful in case you do need to push harder into the compressor. You can kind of customize it any way you want, whether you want to peak, shelf, compressor first, EQ first. There's on-off switches for everything on here, a phase flip, which is really nice. And then the added benefit of switching the impedance, which we really didn't mess with today, but that's kind of a cool benefit to have as well. All in all, I really do like what I'm getting from this plugin, especially on vocals. If I'm going to start using this plugin, I would definitely start using it on vocals. I hope that was helpful for you. I hope it was interesting to see how this plugin works on a couple different things today. We did kick, snare, and we did vocals. I'm sure it would sit really well on keys and maybe on acoustic guitar as well. I'm not sure about electric guitar. The EQ would definitely work really, really well on anything, whether you're pushing mid-range, top end, or low end. It worked really, really well across the board. The compressor is the only thing that probably wouldn't work on everything. But as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you are ready to take your mixes to the next level and really start dialing in your workflow as an engineer, then I have just the tool for you, and it is completely free. It is my 7-step mixing checklist, and you can download it below to start creating more professional mixes in less time. Thank you so much for watching today, and I will see you in the next video.